Hey everyone, it's Mindy from the OG Sports Network coming to you live with expert handicapper Dave from EPA Sports. He is ready to give us some of his picks in college basketball here today on the later slate via Ken Palm's Thrill Factor. So excited to have you guys here. Make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, click on the bell to get the latest notifications because you never want to miss out when we go live. But before we get to Dave, hey, let's go ahead and take a look at ogcappers.com. There we are, OGs. And you can see Dave is up there, number 2 right now in EPA Sports, high volume better. You can see that he has a pretty high percentage, pretty good win rate, and is definitely getting it done. So if you want all of Dave's plays, you can just go ahead and pick up one of his pick packages, and you can use the promo code OG20 to save 20% on all of those packages. All of our packages are also guaranteed, meaning that if we don't produce a profit for you, you get money back in form of a credit to your account because we want to make sure that you have a good experience here at OG Cappers. All right, so should we bring Dave in? Should we see what he's up to? Dave, how are you?
The afternoon games. I'm getting the shakes because I don't have a bunch of NBA total bets out there.
Right. I mean, you are leading the the OG Capper site there in totals. So yeah, I bet you can't wait to get back on track there for sure after this All-Star break. I mean, we have to wait till Thursday, is that right?
Yeah, I don't. I'm also excited about it too because last year when I started modeling expected point averaging in the NBA, it was in March after the All-Star break. And as you know, and
Right.
this is one of the reasons why you asked me to
Correct.
participate in OG Cappers, is it got hot
Like
in
real hot.
March, April, May. It wasn't as hot as the run that we had in March Madness tournaments last year.
Sure.
In the NCAA tournament, the CBI tournament, all that stuff. I
Right.
mean, that was
Crazy.
insane.
Yeah.
But the NBA and I'm hoping the waves of the NBA start flattening a little bit, and it becomes. I mean, it's winning obviously, but I'm hoping it becomes a little more consistent. Same thing with NHL. I'll try to jump back into that little bastard as well. But it's actually it's almost like a vendetta at this point, just to come
That
up
you're
with
gonna go
something.
get it.
Yeah, because I just the variance in hockey, there's so few goals. And every goal is, if you think about it, your average hockey game is what, 4-4, 4-3,
Yeah.
you
Right.
know. So one goal is 15% of all the scoring, right? I mean, in the NBA, that would be like a 45-point play.
Yeah, right.
Right, so
Right.
it's there's hockey is a challenge, let's just say. Basketball though, we got basketball pretty good, so I'm
We're
excited
ready.
to do it's a big Saturday as usual, and I'm excited to do some of these evening games for
That's right.
everybody due diligence out there.
Yeah, so we're going to start off with, it looks like you're ready for it. Oregon versus Oregon State. We're giving you the top 5 thrill factor evening games. Ken Palm. Here we go. Oregon State. Oregon is favorites minus 7.5, total 136.5.
-7.5 on the road. The Ducks on the road this year, 69th in offensive scoring efficiency. That's nice. Defensive scoring efficiency,
Not nice.
not nice. 257.
Oh
So
my.
Oregon's defense, which is weird to me, right? I mean, because I'm a grad, I follow them. They're in my backyard. I go to games, and Altman really is a defensive first guy, and the Duck defense hasn't figured it out. But that's how they go on these runs. In the Pac-12 tournament and so forth, it's defensive side of the ball, and they haven't figured it out. So I don't think this is going to be a typical Altman team that makes a big run in the Pac-12 because defensively on the road, just pretty piss poor. Oregon State is below average in everything. 192nd at home in offensive scoring efficiency, 192nd in defensive scoring efficiency. But like we've been saying, the efficiency between road and home
It's
on
big.
the whole, 351 teams, it's over 12% difference in scoring efficiency. Road and home is massive in men's college basketball. If you're not accounting for it in your due diligence, I 100% say you are doing it wrong, or at least you could be doing it better, even if
Right.
you're doing
There
it
we
wrong.
go.
Okay.
Right.
Shouldn't say you're doing it wrong because there's a lot of people that do well without it. But I think it should be part of understanding men's college basketball. NBA to a smaller extent, WNBA, not much at all. That's really a team by team thing. So with Oregon State, Oregon, even from three, slight edge to Oregon. I got Oregon with one more three than Oregon State. On the flip side, Oregon State makes it up inside the 3-point line. They have a better game, better expected point average inside three. And then when it comes down to the free throw lines, again, not a surprise, Mandy, on the road, man. These teams go into a shell. They don't attack the rim as much. Maybe they're not getting the whistles, right? Except in the SEC, everybody gets whistles. I mean, it's like an Oprah. You get a foul, you get a foul, you get a foul. Everybody goes to the line in the SEC. Bunch of whistle happy guys there. So Oregon State by 3.5 from the charity stripe. So you add all this up, Oregon 72.1, Oregon State 76.1.
Uh-oh.
Go Beavs. Go Beavs. Upset alert. I'm taking the 7.5 at home. And now a little this I normally don't say stuff like this because I don't do this kind of due diligence, folks, right? I don't analyze who's playing, who's not playing, who's hurt, any of that crap. That's your job. All right.
Yep.
For your bets. But I do know, listening on the radio locally, I think Oregon's dressing 8 scholarship guys tonight. Not that that should sway you. I'm just putting it out there. I already like Oregon State plus 7.5 at home in this game. My total is at 148.2. What's the total on it right now, Mindy?
136. So you're quite a bit over.
Oh, quite a bit over. Okay. Okay. You look at both offenses are stronger than both defenses. I can buy that. So 2 strong leans. These are 2 very strong leans. Over, and I caution you on the over in college basketball in late February. I want to start tracking. I think numbers start falling as the season wears on. But I like the over, and I certainly like Oregon State plus 7.5 at home in Gale Coliseum tonight.
All right. And we're staying right there in the same conference. We got Stanford versus Washington State. State here favorites by 7.5 points. Total 146.5.
Washington State?
Yeah, State minus 7.5.
Oh shit! I got Stanford versus Washington.
Oh, is it Washington?
I,
I'm like, do I have it wrong? Do you have it wrong?
Exactly. Wrong? I typed in the wrong W. I typed in the wrong W. By the way, if they were playing Washington, I'd love the over, whatever it is. These 2 defenses are terrible. Oh my gosh.
Well, so I was like, yeah, it's Washington State, the Cougars.
Yeah, no, I am. I must have typed it in too damn fast. But real quick though, I do have Stanford numbers. Stanford at home is 60th in offensive scoring efficiency, 305th in defense. So what's the total on that game right now?
That one there is 146.5.
That's a pretty small number too. I don't have Washington State, but the numbers, when you got a 60 and a 305, that is offense and no defense. So if you're already over in that game, just looking at Stanford, I can back that up. But I'm not going to spend 2 minutes and walk away and retype everything in and get the thing. So we'll just move on to the number 3 thrill factor.
The thrill factor. I don't know.
Right. But blindly, I like the over in Stanford and whoever they're playing at home tonight.
Buddy. Well, we're going to Michigan State and Michigan. Michigan's been having some troubles here as of late. I mean, they got totally whooped by Nebraska. Nebraska put a whooping on Penn State here today. But Michigan State favored by 5.5, total 143.5.
Dude, there's no thrill factor. I'm looking at the numbers on these teams. No thrill factor. No thrill factor. This is going to be some shitty basketball, right? We got 100 now, but it leans over. It leans over. What did you say the number is right now? 140 what?
3.5.
Okay, and I'm at 147.8. So the reason we're leaning over is we got the 109th road offense, Michigan State, going up against the 344th road home defense. Michigan
Terrible.
home defense is absolute shit.
Garbage.
Terrible. Terrible. Now they are 198th home scoring efficiency going up against Michigan State's 290th road defensive scoring efficiency. These two teams are getting together and they're going to say, F it. It's going to be 92-90 Michigan. There's going to be no defense in this game. Now, Michigan State from 3 on the road is really bad.
Really?
They're really bad. My EPA for 3-pointers is 18 points for Michigan State. Actually, it's 19.01, but I'm rounding it down to the nearest one. So they're expected to basically make 6.3 threes. Michigan gets 6 points more from 3-point land. Now, inside the 3-point line, that's where Michigan State has been really good on the road. They pounded inside. They're at 42. Michigan's at 36 inside the 3-point line. Free throws are about the same, slight edge to Michigan, but I got Michigan 75, Michigan State 74.
Oh, goodness.
So I'm over, right? I'm sitting there
Yeah.
right now. I'm near 149. So, and we have the numbers to back it up. So I like the over. Winning and covering at home. What did you say the spread was? 4.5?
Yeah, it's State minus 5.5. So you
Minus
have Michigan
5.5.
straight
So
up.
in a shitty ball game, it's just going to be, I'll take Michigan plus 5.5 in this game over the 143.5 that you have there.
All right. I mean, it still sounds like it's an intriguing matchup, right?
If you're
1 point
betting
game.
it, it's fun.
Right, it is. That's why
It
we do it.
is. It is. I mean, it doesn't matter whether the matchup's intriguing or not. It's you got to bet on it, right?
Yeah, then it becomes
And
intriguing all the time.
right, and I like it because with my hot sheet, I'm like, okay, this is what I expect, and I want to see if that comes true, right?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but overall, though, I think it's a very even, offensive-oriented basketball game. I don't think you're going to see much defense. It's going to be probably an ugly defensive game. And now watch, it's going to be like 55-54, right? You know,
That's why we play the game, right? It's why we play the
yeah,
game.
but I do like the over, and I like Michigan covering at home. Michigan State just doesn't shoot well on the road from 3. They're just not. So I think that's the difference in the game. If Michigan State can hit 8 or more threes in this game, they're going to win the basketball game.
Okay, cool. And then we have Arizona State versus number 5 Arizona at home. Arizona huge favorites at minus 18.5, but this still comes in at number 2 most thrilling evening game, total 157.5.
That is a bunch of crap. I don't know how this is true. So check this out. So Arizona at home, 14th best scoring efficiency defense in college basketball. 14th. So they're badass defensively. Offensively, they're 45th. Going up against a team on the road that's not unrespectable. 226 on offense, 112 on defense. But from 3-point land, I got Arizona by 3. From inside the 3-point line, I got Arizona by a dozen. And then from the free throw line, I got Arizona by 5.
So 12 plus 5 plus 3 is like 20.
I'm at 19.3. Minus 19. The model actually leans Arizona minus 18.5, if you can believe that. And folks, let me tell you something. When you're doing an expected point averaging, right? You are averaging offense versus defense. You're averaging defense versus offense. You're averaging pace of play, fouls called, all of this stuff. And Arizona's still favored to beat them by over 19. This game should suck. I mean, it should really.
Unless you're an Arizona fan, right?
Right. Now, I'm at 150.3 on the total, and we have a top 20 defensive scoring efficiency. What's the total on that, Mindy?
157.
Oh, I like the under there. Right, Arizona win. The lean is Arizona win and cover. but not by much. We're sitting right on that. I do
Sure.
like the under in that because the strength of these teams. Arizona State is better on defense than offense. Arizona is better on defense than offense. I like that one. Under 157 tonight, Arizona State.
All right. And then last up on our slate here today, number 22, Kentucky versus number 13, Auburn. Auburn's been on a little bit of a hot streak. Their favorites here, minus 8.5. Big total on this one, 165.5.
Minus 8.5. Folks, just to let you know, I didn't have time to pull the numbers. I asked Mindy to pull them for me and tell me as they pop up. So when a number lands on my projection, I love it and I hate it, right? Because we love it. I love
Because the
seeing a
model's
lot.
good.
Yeah, because it means my modeling is good to me, right? It means that you're modeling a lot of games that there's no bet on because what you're saying is going to happen is almost exactly what the line is, right? So I got Auburn at home tonight in the hot sheet right here, minus 8.84.
Can you get any closer?
We're not betting that one. We're not betting that one. I think the closest one on Saturday that I modeled, because there's 102 games, I think there was a .02 on the spread, and there was a .01 on the total. So just a numbers game. So we got no bet on this one. All right. I mean, if I have to lean something, I got a tiny lean Auburn at home. But Auburn, 22nd in scoring efficiency on the season at home, 61st on defense. That's pretty badass in the SEC. Now, Kentucky, they're like a next tier, 71st on offense to 111th on defense. So Kentucky's really good, even on the road. They're not Auburn good. So I don't have a lean on that game. I have Auburn 82.88, Kentucky 73.96.
Okay.
So
you do have 155.
That gives me a total of 156.76. Yep. And what's the total right now?
165.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's some variance there.
There's a lot of variance there.
That is a lot of variance. And 165, that means they're projecting it to be, what is that, 85.78?
Yeah.
No, 86.79, something like that.
Yeah.
So, and I'm at 82.73. So I'm about 2 to 4 or 5 points less on both teams. So I'll lean under in that one. I'll lean under. We don't have confirmation over on the other side because, and I'd probably avoid this one. Okay. Now, for your personal due diligence, folks, if you're watching this, if you're already leaning under, the number backs it up. Okay. But here's a little red flag. 71st offense, 22nd offense, going up against the 61st defense. So 71 and 61. I think that kind of mashes itself out, cancels itself out. 22nd on offense, 111th on defense. That favors the offense. Overall, I lean that this is a more offensive game and we're betting an under. So that's the concern. But if you are already under and you're looking for consensus, the model is significantly under. We're at more than 5 points on the total under, which that's less than 20% of all my modeling is a spread of variance of 5 or more. So do like the under there. As for the spread, well, I got nothing. I'm at what did I say? 8.84, and you're at 8.5.
Right
yeah, we're just sitting right on that fence. There's nothing there.
All right, so Dave, I put it up here. If folks want to go out and get your hot sheet, you can get it at Patreon.com.
All the games.
Yep, you can get every single game, and you can do your own Dave breakdown here on that one. That's for sure. But you can find him at EPA Sports. Again, you get all of the NCAA college basketball. You get all of NBA here right now. He's going to be working on the NHL. And then his favorite is coming up soon, the WNBA, where he's been able to find all of the niches in there. So we had a good time betting a lot of women's basketball here.
It's hoops, right? It's just hoops, and it's year round. And the cool thing is as we refine it, we get better. And it gets better for everybody. It's more fun for us. It's more fun for people that buy the hot sheet that are handicappers and you're do-it-yourselfers. So a little bit of something for everybody. But if you want everything, every day I put these hot sheets out on patreon.com/EPA sports. And it's
Yep.
just,
And then if you are not the do-it-yourselfer and you just want Dave's best picks, Dave,
yep,
your picks. All I want's your picks. Then you go to
right.
ogcappers.com.
That's why I offer my full month pick package on OG Cappers. All my totals. I bet I put up a pick on nearly every single game. If you don't see an NBA pick when you have the pick package, that means I'm sitting on the line, right? It means it's at 223, and both of my models are at 223. Okay, so I do my best to make a pick every single time, no matter how close or far the variance is away, and it's still in the green,
That's
very
right.
well in the
I mean,
green.
you're number 2 on the site. That's not too shabby.
Yeah,
So
yeah, picking every game. I don't think
right.
there's anybody on the site that says
I
my
don't think
model
so.
is good enough to pick every total in any given sport. So that's how good it is, and it's a great value at OG Cappers as well.
Yeah, and then when you pick up Dave's pick package, you can use. I need to get that banner off of there,
It's
but you can
already
use
cheap enough without the promo code. I did not authorize discounting my stuff or anything.
unauthorized discounting by me, Lindy. OG20, you could save 20% on Dave's stuff, or you could just pay full price for it. No one cares, Dave. No one cares. I mean, there is the option of purchasing it at full price. Yes,
Yeah,
that is
no,
an option.
it's cool. It's all about due diligence. That's why I do big volume. That's why I take a look at everything, because everybody that has the hot sheets or uses any of my data, it's about giving them one more edge of due diligence before they push that enter button. Because when I push it, I get credit for all the wins. I get
Yep,
credit for all the losses.
that's
Right?
right. No
You do
blaming
too as a
around
sports
here.
bettor. Even if you chase a package that you bought, you're making that decision. So I'm just trying to get everybody to find one more winner, maybe get off one more loser, and just get that gap a little bit wider in terms of margin of victory.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Dave. We appreciate it. We'll see you back. What? Maybe tomorrow for some more.
Well, we don't have NBA tomorrow, and I'm sure we'll have
We have
men's
college
college
basketball.
basketball tomorrow, and I'll have to fire up that SOB NHL model again, and see where
Start
we go
again.
with
There we
that.
go. All right. Well, thanks, Dave. We appreciate it. Hey, you guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, click on the bell to get the latest notifications, and make sure you get over to ogcappers.com to buy our pick packages. But take care. Have a winning day, you guys. We'll see you. Bye-bye.